Division 1. My name is Nick Kramer. I have here with me Viet, all the way from the Netherlands. How are you this afternoon? This evening for you? No, this morning. Sorry, this morning for you, Viet. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you, Nick. I was a little bit ill yesterday. For the people who missed me on NRL last night. Yeah, but I'm back.
Excellent.
One day later, I'm back with a cracking race. I think we're coming to a legendary circuit, Spa-de-Francorchamps. What are your thoughts about the track?
Yeah, so Spa, one of my personal favorites. So always a good track to race on, a good track to commentate on as well. So looking forward to this one. Bit disappointing we couldn't get some of the other stuff up tonight like we did last week, but hopefully I can get it up and running next week. Worked in testing, but didn't work tonight. But yeah, I agree. It's one of the more famous circuits on the calendar, full of history at Spa. So yeah, should be a good race. Just in terms of last week, we're in Budapest. So it was just the 10 runners who finished last week. It was Baraka who took out the win. It was Sandeezy finished P2, and it was Diddalik who took out P3. So only 10 finishes, and we talked about it sort of ad nauseum throughout the race. Just around, it was one of those older tracks. Doesn't have as many runoffs as the new circuit, so it kind of bit a few people last week. And we only had the 10 finishes. So a little bit of a snapshot for the championship. So it's Sandeezy currently in P2 on 146 points. He's chasing down Baraka, who's in P1 on 170. P3 is Henry Rogers. I don't know if I think he is racing tonight. He is, by the look of things, on 104 in third. In fourth, it's PSI Legends on 97. Then in fifth position there, it's Diddalik. Sixth position is Primetime Raz. Seventh position is Jack Jackson. Eighth is Chihi Edmund, both on 81. So is Slatus, he's on 81 in ninth. And Ash in 10th place, he's on 64 points. So that's the driver's standings. And let's have a quick look at the constructors. So as you'd expect, it's Mercedes well out in front, 254, followed by Williams 162. And then you've got Ferrari on 137, Alfa Romeo on 109, Red Bull on 107, so is McLaren on 107. Then it's followed by Renault on 73, Racing Point 70, Haas on 47, and AlphaTauri on 44. So we're about to get underway. What are your thoughts on this circuit, Viet? You're a fan, not a fan? It's not too far from Holland, Belgium.
No, it isn't. I think it's from my home. I live in the north of the Netherlands, so it's a little bit of a longer drive. But I reckon if you're take it in Amsterdam, then it's probably like an hour or 3-4 drive to this beautiful track. Hence all the Dutch fans always when we race here. I'm a watching fan of this track. I'm not a fan of it when I need to drive on it.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just been on the calendar for so long. It's always on every league race calendar. Sometimes there's just tracks you don't necessarily like, and this one is one of them.
Yeah. Just to answer the question on the stream as well from, I think it was Nick Walter, we do a full real season as in Formula One, so I think we're round 13 at the moment. So what do we go to? Round 20. We've got another 3, 6, 7 rounds or so left after this one. So we do a realistic season. So we've got Henry Rogers on his outlap. In terms of times to expect tonight for a pole position lap, I'd say probably around the 140, 141. What do you think, Viet? That'd be around the mark.
Very close. Yeah, I think so. I think slipstream will be very, very important here. It can gain you immense amounts of time if you can get a slipstream from your teammate. Yeah, I think you're spot on with a low 40, 41, high 40 maybe for pole. Yeah, but we might as well get surprised by some of these drivers and we see like a really rapid time. But I have no clue, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. We've got Henry Rogers, so he didn't race last week. So he's back this week. He's just coming out through Lacombe there. And he's going to head down the hill of the right-hander of Brussels, which is turn 10. So, a bit of a brake lock up there. Gets through there all right. Turn 11, the left-hander. This is Jackie Ick's corner. So the corner used to be the corner with no name, but now it's a Jackie Ick's corner. Then it's the double apex left-hander of Pouon. So he's throwing the car through there. Looking pretty good so far on this lap. He's about to come up to campus as well through here. So one of the more famous circuits, you can always tell when it's just, instead of, turn 11, 12, it's, actual names of the turns. So always a good indication of the age of the circuit. So we'll stick with Henry Rogers because he's going to be our marker for the time as he's just coming through Blanchimont now. He'll just have the bus stop chicane to navigate. And he'll set down the benchmark time for the session. Quite a few cars out on track. I dare say all of them are on track doing the 18-minute qualifying. Henry Rogers is going to cross the line with a 141.6. So not a bad time from the Racing Point driver. This is Hervina. Didelik goes P2. Mucho Chan, he's going to cross the line at 142.5. Looks like we've got Jack Jackson out there in the Red Bull as well. He's going to pit, so he's aborted that lap there. This is Ash coming through now, just through the bus stop chicane. So we've got 4 times set. He's going to jump into the pits as well. What about Baraka? He's invalidated his lap. So he's going to have to go again. Is Sandeezy out there? Did I see him? Oh, he's just coming through Stavolo now. So we'll get back to him in a minute. What about PSI Legends? He goes P2 with a 142.4. So nice lap from him. Now Vengeance coming across the line. He's going to set a 142 flat. So that's good enough for P2 currently. I think Hervina, the other Ferrari driver, he's going to come across the line. He has a 142.3. So we've had a bit of a flurry of activity so far. Sliders, he's invalidated his lap. Sandeezy, I think we're on before he's invalidated his lap. So a quick start to the session there. We were kind of around the mark with the times there, with a 141.6 is the benchmark time.
The king.
Oh, he's off.
Almost loses. Yeah,
so that's
I was
turn
afraid
11.
he was going to lose his wheel, but
So
the car survives.
So he'll have a few cars. He should be clear now. Yep, he's good to go. All right. That might have been Iron Apple. Yeah, it looks like it was coming through there as well. So this is Sliders. He's invalidated his lap again. So he's going to have to go again. What about Iron Apple here? The teammate of Henry Rogers. He's just coming through campus now. So we'll get back to him in a minute. I think I saw a couple of AlphaTauris. Oh, looks like they're going into the pits. So
both Haases claim P2 and P3. They both did a good job. You missed that?
Yeah. Cleophas. I didn't get him before. Iron Apple. He's invalidated his lap, so he'll have to go again. I was just keeping an eye on Baraka. I think he had invalidated his lap. Yeah, he has. All right. What about the King? So he had that spin earlier. He's not going to make a time out of that. Sliders, he's invalidated his lap. So we've had a few invalidated laps so far in the session. We've gone 7 minutes so far. In this 18-minute session, we have exactly 8 drivers that have set a time. So we've seen a few struggling with track limits already. Spa's not really that well known for having issues with track limits. Can you recall any issues with track limits, Viet?
No, but I get where it's coming from. It's a long track. You have a lot of corners on this track, a lot of difficult corners as well, with of course Eau Rouge Radion being the most well known, but also in that in the chicane after the Camel Straight. If you really got to be on the limits there to get the ideal line to get as much speed through that chicane as possible. And yeah, it is quali for a reason. You got to be on that limit, and because it is such a long track, there's just more places to go wide or to just cut that for the slightest bits. But yeah, that is my my elaboration on the corner cuttings.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good description. I have to say I agree with everything that you just said there. So, Exotic, the American, so getting up nice and early on a Sunday morning for him. He's joining this week. I haven't seen him the last couple of weeks, but good to have him back. He's in the Alfa Romeo, so he's yet to set a time, along with pretty much the everyone bar 8 drivers have set a time so far. So he's on a fast lap at the moment. Some drivers of note that have not set a time. Baraka's not set a time. Jack Jackson, Mad Trav, as we see Exotic go purple sector 2. So he's definitely on it. 1:41.6 is the time to beat so far. That's Henry Rogers. So we'll see. We'll see if he can beat that. He goes this purple sector 2. He's just approaching the bus stop chicane now. So it looks like he makes it through there without any dramas. How's he been racing in NRL as he sets a 1:42.3 for P4? Yeah, how's he been going in NRL? I haven't caught the last couple of races.
I'm not sure. I think so. I think he did race yesterday, but how he fared, I have no clue.
Oh, because you didn't commentate. Sorry, you said that in the beginning.
He got yeah, he was one of the people who got caught up in that pile up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't even make it through lap 1.
Yeah, gotcha.
So hope he will. He will complete more than 1 lap here in FRL. Yeah, otherwise you ruin your day.
Yeah. So we got. Sorry. So I was going to say, Sandeezy's last week's pole sitter. He goes at purple sector 2. So he's just about to come through Blanchimont. So he's yet to set a time. We've got just under 8 minutes left in the session. So that 10 minutes has flown by pretty quick. So we've got, as he makes his way through the bus stop, he's got an AlphaTauri in front of him who gets out of the way nicely. And he's going to go a 1:41.5. So it's good enough for P1. Currently for the Williams driver. This is Iron Apple. What about Mad Trav? So he's got a purple sector 1. Sorry.
Now Baraka comes back in again. He decided to back off again from that lap. So he still hasn't set a good time. Of course we know that Baraka only needs to set 1 good lap time to be on it, but he puts it all on the table now. He only has time probably for 2 laps if he puts in the fuel. Interesting development there for Baraka, because it's a difficult track to start at the back from. Of course, you have all the shenanigans coming through the La Source hairpin and then Eau Rouge Radion. You don't want to be in the pack there. You'd rather be in front. But we'll see how the championship leader decides to play this, as he instantly comes out back again. So he urges himself back to the track as Matrev puts in a 1:41.4 with the medium tires.
Yeah.
So we've seen a really good time.
Yeah, we've seen his pace. So he was unlucky last week. He got taken out in an incident very early on. So he had a pretty good strategy going last week. Was looking good to have a good return, but yeah, unfortunately got caught up. Can't remember who it was with, but yeah, so he'll want to be avoiding that this week. As we're on board with the King, just having a look at a couple of other drivers coming through. I think is Slater, so he's yet to set a time, so he's just coming through. Blanchimont now, he's invalidated his lap, so coming through there. So we'll get off him now. Here, back to the King, so he's yet to set a time. I've had a fair few more drivers set a time, so Mad Trav 141.4 has gone fastest, Sandeezy at 141.5, Henry Rogers at 141.6, and the King goes a 143 flat, so not a bad time from him. Iron Apple, he has invalidated his lap, so just looking for some fast cars on an out lap. We've got a fast driver, Baraka, with just under 5 minutes left. It's going to be a little bit do or die. In terms of tyres fitted, Mad Trav's on the medium, so is Ash. In terms of the best lap time set, Mucho Chan, Clearfus and Mad Trav all on the medium, so looking like it might be an interesting strategy. Oh, and Baraka got hit from behind. Who was that? Was that Ash? Maybe no. It was the other Renault. It was PSI Legends. All right, so
he's gonna continue another lap, doing an out lap, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure what happened if you didn't see him. Don't know, but we've got the Clearfus fan club is back again in the comment section. So they're all cheering him on this week. If you're watching the stream, you might notice we don't have the graphics like we had last week. Yeah, it worked in testing but didn't work before. So hopefully we'll get them back next week. And Baraka goes very wide. That was through Lacombe. So he is obviously invalidated his lap after being hit from behind. I believe it was from Ash. So not too sure if that had upset him or what's happened there. But he's going to have to go again. He's the King. He's way down. He's not going to set a time with that pace. Putin be hopping. He is not going to set a time either. So we've got just over 3 minutes left. Chihi Edmund, Baraka, Slardis, Primetime Raz and Iron Apple all yet to set a time, and Baraka's out there on an invalidated lap, but the other three, Slardis, Primetime Raz and Iron Apple, are all on an out lap. So those guys will go again, and by the time they cross the line, it'll be triple zeros to finish the session. But at the moment, yeah, it's Mad Trav, the South African, who's sitting atop the table of 141.4. It's pretty close at the top there between Mad Trav, Sandeezy and Henry Rogers. Obviously, we're going to wait for this man as well, Baraka.
He comes in again.
Yeah.
He's going to take the risk of...
might be starting at the back.
No, I think he'll make it with a quick outlap, but he has to be really quick. He only has he now has a 35-second margin, so he's got to be really quick. No, he's not gonna make it unless he cuts everything. But I don't think you can cut that much here on Spa. He might be starting from the back then. Oh, that is harsh for our championship leader. Yeah, if anything happened there in that last chicane, then he'll probably get on it with the stewards. We've been doing a good job so far on handling all these situations. So yeah, I'm sure it will get resolved as always. Yeah. No, Baraka isn't coming out again. Okay. Oh no, Primetime Raz, the other Mercedes, has gone off.
That looks like it's around campus. We'll just stay with Chihi Edmund for the time being. He's about to set his first flying lap. Sorry, why did I stay on him? He was like 6 minutes or something. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so Primetime Raz had the spin there, so no good for him. The other Alfa Romeo, that was of Exotic. Yeah, he's on an outlap clear for set of 142.1. So he's good enough for P6 currently. Looks like we've got a Red Bull out there. So the track's getting pretty full right now as we've got less than a minute left in the session. Try and catch all of the action. It's Mad Trav who everyone else is trying to catch. Currently, this is
no! Diddleick invalidated just a millimeter over the line.
Yep, that so pick that up on the stream there.
Cleophas goes purple, sector 1, up by 2.5 tenths on his previous time. Going through Brussels now, no lockup from him.
We'll see if Sliders set a time of 143. Chihi Edmund just coming through, Puon now, so we'll see. He's got a set of time. What about Iron Apple? So he's finally made it to the bus stop chicane. He's not invalidated his lap. It's looking all right at the moment. He's going to cross the line with a 142.4, so not a bad recovery there. He's going to finish P11. What about Ash, was it? No. PSI Legends.
Up by 8.5 tenths on his previous time, so he's now... He can almost get that pole now from Matraf with a good last sector.
Alright, we're riding on...
Matraf on that harder compound. But still, Cleophas might be on here for a very good time.
I'm sure he's got his fan club cheering for him. Oh, as he gets a snap of oversteer as he comes out of the final turn. Doesn't cost. Oh, 141.2. So nice driving there from Cleophas.
Backed off as well. Rogers invalidated. Vengeance invalidated. Only Jack Jackson now still on the lap. Almost coming up to the bus stop chicane.
Call it, Vit. Call him home.
Oh, he comes down to the bus stop chicane, almost crossing the line. Will it be enough for a... Oh, it is a better time, almost half a second up. P5, good result there for both Red Bulls. Actually, and Hervina now next crossing the line in the Ferrari. He's now on a 142.3. He will get up by 141.9, which brings him to P6.
Who was that? Was that Mucho? Someone jumped up the top there. Mucho Chan, P2 in the AlphaTauri. So nice lap from him.
I think that is it.
I think that is it. Sandeezy's gone into the pits. What about Sliders? I think he's on an in-lap. Yeah, he's on an in-lap. Ash is in the pits. Baraka is out. Is in the pits as well. So that is... It looks like our grid has been confirmed. So it's Cleophas, the man from Greece. So what's his... he's qualified pretty well. So he joined round 9. Qualified P2, P3. He didn't race a couple of weeks ago in Britain. Last week he qualified P13. So he's chucked it on pole today. Cracking time from the man from Greece. It's Mucho Chan in P2, then Mad Trav in P3 on those mediums. Let's have a quick look. So, yeah, the only driver to set a time, their best time on the mediums is Ash and Mad Trav.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy. I think it's the better one, but of course it's in this formation lap. It has to be very good for the South African. His tires need to get up to temperature, otherwise the radial and it just wouldn't be nice at all on that colder tires, and it will cause massive discord behind him. So let's hope he will get off to a good start, and it's only 5 thousandths of a second separating P2 from P3, and only 5.5 tenths from P1 to P6. So I think we have a great race ahead of us.
I have to agree with you there. As I'm just writing this all down. Was it PSI Legends down there as well? All right, so we'll get that underway. Yeah, I agree. So definitely because it's such a long lap as well. So let's go to the race director. Let's see what everyone's doing. while I get the
I'm
results.
expecting a couple of hard people going on to the hards.
Yeah, we don't see any action yet.
We only see now Iron Apple on the mediums. The rest still opting for a soft start, everyone. Of course, PSI Legends being in P11, he's in the box seat for the alternate strategy. No, of course he isn't. Excuse me, that is of course Matrav. But yeah, he's got that fresh tires, which will make a difference near the end of the stint.
So we see
now a little bit of more people going onto the mediums.
Yeah,
Baraka's still on soft. Baraka starts on soft. That is an interesting. It's interesting.
All right, let me get that done. So let's see what everyone is starting on with. All right, cool. So who is it? With Mad Trav on the mediums, Iron Apple on the mediums, Silderfort, Sliders, Ash, and Chihi Edmund all on the mediums. The rest on the soft. So around this circuit, we're looking at the softs. We're going to do 22 laps. They're very long laps though around here. It's a 7-kilometre circuit. So you're looking at 8 to 10 laps on the softs. The medium's around 12 to 14, and then the hards 18 to 20. So I don't think we'll see the hard tyres at all today, but definitely, obviously, the medium and the soft. So going a soft medium strat is definitely realistic around here. So you'd be looking at boxing probably around that lap 10. We'd expect to see the soft runners in, and then probably around lap 12 would be where we'll see the medium runners. So should be interesting. Looks like everyone's managed to get away from the grid all right. I don't see any DQs. Mad Trav will want to put as much heat into those tyres as he possibly can to get them nice and warm, to get the best start possible. But yeah, it looks like everyone has gotten away. There's no dramas. Oh, as I say that, I see Iron Apple almost run into the back of PSI Legends. We've seen PSI Legends. He's been in the wars the last couple of races. We saw like a disconnect and all sorts of stuff, and then his AI causing some issues as well. So there's the predicted pit stop strategy. But
if I may quickly say something,
go for it.
This track, it's actually the same as on Silverstone. Of course, tire degradation it plays a role, but compared to the other compound, you'd still rather be on older softs than on fresher mediums. You can still get that lap time out of those softs, so they degrade fast, but they don't lose that much lap time. And I think once Matrav gets on those softs with a lighter car, he will be absolutely flying. So it all depends on his start. I think he's the man to beat today.
All right. Okay.
We'll see how Cleophas and Mucho Chan do as everybody lines up to the grid, and you'll take it from here.
Thank you. All right, so here we go. This is round 13, Div 1. This is FRL. We got 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights go out, let's go racing. So we got Cleophas has a good start there. So does the AlphaTauri of Mucho Chan. Mad Trav's in there as well. The Racing Point looking to go up the inside. Sandeezy, look. Oh, I think Sandeezy's been turned around. There's been a couple of cars turned around. I think Sandeezy was primarily the one who was in it. Oh, McLaren. Oh, there's a big crash down the back of the pack there. There was, it was shades of 98 when we had that wet race in Belgium. It looks like the Hervina's copped, he's lost a front wing. Exotics received a 5-second time penalty. So we had quite a bit of contact there. I don't know if Baraka was involved in any of it. I'll just have a quick look. Oh, looks like he's lost a front wing end plate. Oh, that's Vengeance has gone around. So he had a good qualifying. That's Hervina we've seen. What about the King? No, we're still under racing conditions. It's Cleophas. I'm just trying to go through the field and see who has wounded cars and who's racing at full speed.
Matrev has a broken left wing end plate, so that will compromise his race very, very hard.
So Silderford is making the move through campus. Can't get that done, so Matrav's going to have to battle on. We'll see if he comes into a pit. It's going to be a long 12 laps with one wing end plate. What about Sen?
As well as Baraka. Baraka is going slowly.
Down the back there.
Oh, and Iron Apple has lost it.
Oh, where is that? That was just coming through that, what do they call it? Kirby Paul Ferrer. Yeah.
It's one of the lesser known corner names.
So we've got guys.
Matrev decides to box together with Putin.
Oh, it's the Renaults going side by side into the source. It's Ash goes the inside line there. He's on the medium tyres. This is PSI Legends. He's going to follow him all the way through Eau Rouge. I don't think we'll see any side-by-side action through there. No, we don't. They think better of it. But he's going to have a nice... Oh, if he gets a good run out of there, he'll have a nice tow up the Camel Straight. And we don't have DRS open yet. I think it'll be open the next lap. Does he have a go into the com? No, he doesn't. All right, so... action, it's a bit of action to begin with. We had that sort of the first couple of laps. What about Exotic? So he got that 5-second penalty, but he hasn't received any damage. So he's going all right. But at the front, it's the man from Greece. His cheer squad's cheering him on. He's out in front. It's Mucho Chan in P2 in the AlphaTauri. Then Henry Rogers. So he's come back and joined a race with us this week. He's in P3. Jack Jackson down in P4. What about Sandeezy? He's in P7. I'm pretty sure he had a missing front wing there, but we'll get to him in a second. But it's pretty close at the front, which is the way we like it. Let's see Sandeezy. Does he have a missing wing end plate? Nah, he doesn't. All right, so maybe he just got tapped from behind and avoided any damage.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a miracle how he got unscathed through there.
Yep, go for it.
No. Continue.
Yeah. I was going to say we saw.
VSC.
Oh, the King!
The King is off.
Oh,
no.
He's just near Blanchimont.
Our fan favorite.
Yeah, the King. He had a good race last week as well. That's disappointing. So he finished 7th last week. He would have been hoping for a repeat of that, but he's out. So virtual safety car. I think I see PSI Legends and Vengeance. They both take advantage of that. They've gone into the pits. But this is for the lead. So this is for P1, 2, and 3. As Henry Rogers goes up the outside. This is a very brave move. They go wheel to wheel. Oh, Jack Jackson's going to be able to take advantage of this as well.
Yeah. Very close action now. Rogers takes that P2. Mucho Chan not away great on that restart. Maybe he was a little bit too cautious on the Delta. Of course, you also don't want to receive a penalty. As PSI Legends also DNFs in Eau Rouge.
So he's lost it up the top there through potentially through Radion there.
Oh no, that is so close with Irvina. He must have gotten a heart attack. Oh Jesus!
Oh, who's this? Diddle's off. Diddle's off as well through campus. So he's off. He's dropped down into 10th. Who else was out there?
Full cost safety car.
Alright, so who's that for? I'm not too sure. We've got PSI Legends and the King have both dropped out. So, yeah, not too sure who that's for. Alright, so let's see what Clearfus does here. He could get home on the hard tyre. Yep, he's going to duck into the pits. Mucho Chan's coming in. Henry Rogers, Jack Jackson, they're all coming in now. Oh, so Silderfort's going to stay out. Slardis is coming in. Alright, so let's see what they go to. Mediums.
Ooh, it will be a long way home for those mediums. No, Mucho Chan going for the hards and a new wing. So he's going to lose a couple positions.
Exotic doesn't get held up there, so he gets out. So he goes to the hards. Mucho Chan, Slardis goes to the hards as well. So does Diddleick.
Rogers onto the softs.
I think he started on the softs, I believe. So not too sure.
He's going for 2. He's going to stop again.
Well, he'll have to. He can't get home on those. No way. That would be absolutely impossible. So they're going to bunch the field up. Out in front, it's Silderfort and Ash, along with Chihi Edmund. Baraka just got rammed by Chihi Edmund. But Baraka lost half of his wing because of him. All right, so that might be one for the stewards to discuss after the race. But back to on track. So the top 3 haven't pitted. Cleophas, he pitted from the lead. He's gone to the hard, so he's in the box seat right now. Henry Rogers, I'm not too sure if that was a mistake for pitting onto the softs. Not too sure what he's done there with that one.
He's gonna have massive pace over the guys in front. If he can make quick work of them in the first 1 or 2 laps. It might be a good call. He can get away, break out of the DRS zone and drive his own race. But yeah, he has to make up a pit stop because the guys in front aren't gonna box. At least Cleophas isn't. I think Chi, Edmund, Ash and Silderfort have to again. They started on these tires. Yeah, it's
Jeff messed up Rogers. Thanks to Honesy in the chat from NRL. So, unfortunately for Henry Rogers, he's going to have to pit again. I'll tell you the person to look out for, though. I'd say Jack Jackson. Jack Jackson and Sandeezy both went on to the mediums. It's going to be a long home from there, but if we get another safety car and they can eke out those tyres, they'll be ones to watch. But the people that pitted for the hards, which is Cleophas, Mucho Chan, Exotic and Slardis, of the sort of top 10 guys, they're in the box seat, and looks like we're going to go one more lap under safety car conditions as Silderfort takes the opportunity to pit. Henry Rogers is going to stay out there. Doesn't really do his cause much good to do that, but it is what it is. So we'll have to see. We could look. There's a high possibility of getting another safety car at some stage. So we'll just have to wait and see. But they're going to go around one more lap, and then we'll go back racing. Who do we have here? So, Ash, Chihi, Edmund didn't pit. So they're the only 2 drivers pretty much that didn't pit, almost, I'd say. They're both on the mediums. Still, strategy's all right. You know, we just it's got to depend on if we get another safety car. And, look, after last week we had the Oprah Winfrey round again. Everyone got a point. But then the week before was really good in, where were we? Austria was... Sorry, in Silverstone. It was fantastic. So hopefully if we're going on that pattern of finishes, we should have good finishes. We've lost 2 already. PSI Legends and King Mural. The King unfortunately retired early, so did PSI Legends. He's not had a good run of it lately. He was 6th last week. He didn't finish in Britain. He was DNF. Then he was 5th in Austria. Then a 15th, a 3rd, a 15th, and an 8th. So he's had a couple of up and down rounds. Sturgio, Cleophas, let's go on the chat. So the Cleophas fan club is out in force. And we should get the notification any second now that the safety car lights will go out and we'll go back racing. There it is, safety car in this lap. All right.
We got an interesting battle, P12, 13 and 14 when the restart. Vengeance, Matrav and Baraka, all guys from the front of the grid, except Baraka, of course, for this race. I expect a good battle there from these 3 guys, as well as the guys up in front. Let's see how Rogers cuts his way through the field on that fresh, soft tire. As we are going racing now.
There we go. So it's going to be Ash in the Renault. He's going to lead us away. Chihi Edmund closing up. Cleophas is right behind him in the Haas. Henry Rogers just received a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings, so that just adds a little bit more pain to his situation at the moment after Jeff has put him on the wrong tyre again. So he won't be... Oh, who was that who went very wide through Radion? Oh, I thought I saw someone go off, but it wasn't. So Chippy Edmund, he's lost a place out there to Cleophas. So Cleophas moved up into P2 now on those hard tyres. Looks like Henry Rogers is going to go... looking to make the move on Chippy Edmund. Still might have a look down the inside at Brussels 10. He's got the inside line. Chippy Edmund closes him off nicely. So good clean racing from those two drivers there. Turn 11 still can't get past him. He's going to have to follow him through Pouon. Let's see what he can do. So he's the only driver in the field with a time penalty against his name as we speak. We're lap 6 of 22. And just as I say that, PHV Vengeance gets one. So Henry Rogers is not lonely anymore. He's got a partner now. But it's Ash out in front. He's half a second ahead of Cleophas on those hard tyres. So I dare say he should probably be able to hold him off all right. But we've seen the pace of Cleophas, the man from Greece. He's definitely got some pace across the field. So we see Henry Rogers now. Can he make a move into the bus stop?
He can.
Yeah, he pulls it up.
Oh, they make contact.
But he's
very
gone all
rough
right
through those corners.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Jackson might have a look. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, so he couldn't quite take full advantage there. He's got Mucho Chan right behind him. And Exotic looking to make a move on Mucho there through La Source. He couldn't get that done, but he's going to have a chance to follow him through Eau Rouge and up through Radion and then onto the Camel Straight. So he's got some battery left. He's going to take advantage of that. But he can't get the toe. He can't get close enough to make a move. Sandeezy's just lurking in the background there in P8. So he's on the those medium tyres. He's gone the gamble. He's going to see if he can ride them home until the end. Out in front though, it's still Cleophas chasing down Ash in P1. And it's Henry Rogers, the man on screen. Oh, he runs very wide through there, through Pouon. Did it bug out? I'm not too sure there. I thought I saw him. Well, his connection's looking very iffy right now. Oh, what about Sandeezy? So Sandeezy's managed to get past Exotic. Hervina picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh, that was Mucho Chan with a very dodgy connection as well. But Sandeezy's managed to get past Exotic. He's going to have a go as well. He thinks better of it. He's going to try and probably take the run down into the bus stop chicane and make a move through there. Be right on board with Mucho Chan. Yeah, that connection, I don't know what it looked like for you, Viet, but he runs very deep. Tap. I don't think he made, I don't know if he got a hit from behind there or if he just overshot the mark.
Yeah. It looked like he got hit from behind. It looked like Exotic hit him. Doesn't look like Exotic got any damage, so that is fortunate for him. But Mucho Chan got that 3-second time penalty for cutting that corner. Well, he had to, so I think the stewards will also have a look at that. As Exotic now maybe lines up a move for Sandeezy, who doesn't have DRS.
Cleophas just took the lead.
Just passed Ash for the lead.
Henry Rogers has dropped out as well, so I'm not too sure. His connection.
Oh no,
I think he's gone. Oh, he's down in. Says he's down in P18.
Yeah, but he isn't. Maybe Honsi, can let us know what's going on.
Does he need another invite? I can just send him a quick invite.
He's just a little bit laggy. At least it looks like it for our perspective.
He's back. He's back again. All right, cool. So looked like he was under the AI. So he's chasing down Ash in P2. So Henry Rogers on those faster soft tyres. Going to be an advantage to get past Ash. Ash is holding his own though on those 7-lap-old mediums. Jack Jackson's moved his way up into 4th. So he's having a good race right now as we about to finish lap 8 of 22. So we're fast approaching the halfway mark. But it's the man from Greece, Cleophas, well out in front. He's 1.7 seconds ahead of this little battle here. Sandeezy, he's chasing down Chihi Edmonds, P6 and P5. Exotic and Mucho Chan, they're having a little battle as well. What about Sliders putting the move on Diddlick into the source? He's not able to get it finished there, so Diddlick retains P9 while Sliders still in P10. He's going to follow him up through Eau Rouge, through the top of Radion, now up the Camel Straight. He's got the DRS wide open now. He's got his ERS, that's empty right now as well. So going to have to rely on the DRS. No, he can't get down the inside of Diddlick. So, oh no, that was Matt Graves going around. He's hit Vengeance as well. He's gone into the wall. That was up the top of Lacombe, I believe. So Matt went around. Doesn't trigger a safety car. I think I saw Henry Rogers get another time penalty. So does Exotic. We've got a few of them now. Vengeance, Hervina. They've all got penalties. What about Iron Apple? He's down in P13. Exotic, he's chasing down Mucho Chan. So, sort of all been happening right now. We've got Sector 2 yellow flags. Not too sure who that's for.
Baraka, what happened to Baraka?
He's down P18 right now. Dead last. We've got 18 runners. He's 18th. That's very unusual sight to see. As Exotic chasing down Mucho Chan, who's chasing down his teammate in the other Alfa Romeo of Chihi Edmond. So we're right on board. He's got the best seat in the house here. Henry Rogers goes...
He's coming in.
Yeah, I just saw that then. Lap 10 on mediums. I dare say he could have gone a little bit longer on those. He's going to have to go to the hard tyre now. And I think Exotic just touched the back of Mucho Chan. Doesn't look like any damage to either driver. Oh, he looked very loose there going through Radion. But he's alright though. So, what are your thoughts so far, Viet, of the race?
I think the guys are closer to each other than I would have reckoned they would have been. There's a little gap, of course, between Sandeezy and Chi Edmund, and then between Jack Jackson and Rogers. But apart from that, everybody is really close to each other, at least till P12. So nothing's over yet. Nothing's done. We have seen that everybody can make a mistake, so a safety car can come out at any moment, of course, and. We'll see how strategy will play out near the end of this race for all the guys that pitted for mediums, as Baraka picks up a penalty for multiple warnings. So again, lots of people getting that corner cutting warnings and resulting into penalties. Yeah, it's so far it has been a good race. Little chaos in the beginning, which is all, you said it was a bit of 98 vibes.
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet, but I have seen the videos, and that looked horrendous.
That was back in the days that you had to if you wanted to watch it back, you have to tape it on VCR, on videotape. That's old days. But yeah, I agree. There was a little bit of action sort of in the beginning. We've got Exotic. He's chasing down Mucho Chan's P7 and 8. Primetime Raz, he's looking to put a move on Slidus as Iron Apple going around the outside of Primetime Raz. Oh, almost turns it around. That was up through Lacombe. Oh, Primetime Raz just made a little mistake as well. Now they're going to go into Brussels side by side.
Rogers got another penalty. He's up to 9 seconds so far.
Wow, okay, so he's not having a good day of it. I'll put it back on the tyre. So he's got those 6-lap-old softs. So he's going to want to pit again, probably in the next 4 or 5 laps, I would say. But he's 1 second behind Cleophas. He's in P1. Jack Jackson's in P3 after Ash pitted, so 3.1 seconds. Less than a second down the road, Sandeezy from Jack Jackson. So Sandeezy's on those mediums, so is Jack Jackson. So those two are going to have to ride him out until the end. Chihi Edmund, he's on 10-lap-old mediums, so he definitely will have to pit. The guys that don't have to pit again, though, is Mucho Chan, Exotic, and Diddleick. So
yellow. It's Ash. Ash is off and out.
Oh, that's just near that
VSC.
Paul Frere. Ooh, this does open up the opportunity for a pit. And Iron Apple's taking advantage. I think he's the only driver to do so.
Just past the bus stop chicane. If that VSC came seconds earlier, he would have made he would have had a beautiful advantage of it. Now he won't, because we're back racing again. Yeah. It's green. Sandeezy looks around the outside now for Jack Jackson through the comp as Jack Jackson just holds it through the inside. Coming up to Brussels now, Jack Jackson made enough of a gap to hold him off at least till Blanchiment. I think, without making any mistakes, there's no real overtaking opportunity left. Pouhon, not a place, of course, where you want to go side by side.
Yeah, definitely not.
Have we seen that side by side action through Pouhon in F1 times?
Nothing springs to mind straight away. Could possibly, quite possibly, but it's a very set of corners to go through side by side though. So what about, so Exotic, he's still chasing down so it looks like Mucho Chan was able to get through. So Exotic down in P7. He does have a penalty, so he's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Yeah, Henry Rogers got 3. So Mucho Chan and Vengeance. We see Henry Rogers coming pit. Yep, he's pitting. So he's going to, let's tie.
Chihi Edmund and Exotic make contact coming out of the bus stop chicane. Both teammates have a little touch, as it looked like Exotic rear-ended Chihi Edmund, going for the left-hander of the chicane, coming up to that the start-finish straight. So not something you want between teammates. I think. Vasseur would be slamming his desk inside the Alfa Romeo pit wall team. We hear rumors that Vasseur is going to Ferrari if Binotto doesn't get the cars to get some good points and podiums, and it. According to intelligence, that could be sooner than everybody thinks.
Okay, it's a bit of a revolving door.
Races.
Okay, it's Ferrari will definitely be looking for results, but a man who's looking for a result right now is Primetime Raz. So he's coming up on the back of Spartans here. So this is for P9, P10. We're over halfway now, so we're lap 13 of 22. We've lost the 2 Renaults of Ash and PSI Legends. And we've lost the King pretty early on as well. So we've still got 17 Rogers. Henry Rogers has left the session. So he's gone around. Has he disconnected?
Baraka just comes up behind him now.
I think he's disconnected from the session. He looks like he's under the control of AI.
I have no idea.
Not too sure if he needs... who have we got? We've got a pit stop. We've got Diddleick, who's pitted. We also have Chihi Edmund, who's pitted as well. So 13 laps.
Still. As they go side by side through Ruddy. Oh no! They make contact! Baraka is off through Blanchiment. He made contact with the
AI of Henry Rogers.
Rogers, yeah.
We've had a bit of trouble with that lately around AI cars causing issues for other drivers as well. So perhaps something to discuss for future, whether we go with ghosting. Yeah, that's something for the league to decide, not for me. So Chihi Edmund giving chase to Iron Apple. Sort of race has kind of calmed down a little bit. It's Clearfus out in front. Jack Jackson P2. Sandeezy in P3. Mucho Chan P4. Exotic P5. Vengeance P6. Primetime Wrath in 7th. Silder 4th 8th. Slardus in 9th. And the man from South Africa, Mad Trav. He rounds out the top 10. We're currently watching Iron Apple in P12 being chased down by Chihi Edmund in P13 in the Alfa Romeo. Just having a look for a couple of other battles. So this is Mad Trav. He's on those hard tyres. He doesn't have to pit again. He's got Slardus in front of him. He'll want to get past. As we see Silderfort, he picks up another 3-second time penalty. Mad Trav's going to follow just through Blanchimont here. Might have a look to the at the bus stop chicane. He's definitely having a look. Thinks better of it. So there are a few passing opportunities along this track, which is good. It's not a place that's difficult to pass. There's plenty of opportunities. It's just, I think, the patience game. You know, waiting for the time to strike, and then striking appropriately.
Yeah, and it's about timing. Where do you want to catch a car? Of course, you want to catch it just before the DRS zone, but if you're stuck behind someone, you're gonna lose a lot of time, especially when you're quicker. Because there's a lot of risk involved in overtaking through the middle sector here at Spa. So I don't think that is something you really want to do. As there unfolds a great battle here from P8 to P10. Silverfort to Matraf, it's only a couple tenths.
Oh, he's going to have a go into Puon. Oh, no, he doesn't. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
No. All that, we have a yellow. See, it looks like, Iron Apple, he is off again.
Yep. That's Jackie X corner, turn 11.
Yeah. He probably lost it coming out of Brussels a little bit early on the gas, and then...
Yeah, very easy. Yeah, really easy to do that around there. So, Mad Trav again. He's going through Blanchimont. Can he have a go this time? He doesn't have any battery left. Oh, he's going to send it. He does. Slardus fights hard for it though. Keeps the position. So there's Hervina in as well. So the between these two has allowed Hervina to catch up on the back of this here, and he is trying to take advantage of this. So Mad Trav's he's got to try and get past Slardus, but he needs to try and keep Hervina behind him. Just in terms of out in front, it's a 4.7 second gap between Clearfus and Jack Jackson. So Clearfus is absolute box seat right now as we have 6 laps remaining. Jack Jackson and Sandeezy on those 11 lap old mediums as we're watching Mad Trav having another big look through there, through Lacombe. He's going to have to follow him through. Iron Apple's retired, so we've lost 4 drivers now. We're down to 16. Down in 16th place is a very unusual place to find Baraka, who just set the fastest lap on a 1:43.7. So, yeah, his race has not gone to plan. We see Vengeance pick up a time penalty. And the top 3 do not have any time penalties as well. So this is all going to be done on merit. Mucho and Exotic and Vengeance all have penalties right now. So that's 6 seconds to Mucho Chan, 9 seconds to Vengeance, 9 seconds to Exotic, 6 seconds to Vengeance. Henry Rogers, he's dropped out anyway. That's okay. All right, so this I think we're set for a good finish here. Mad Trav having a look again. So these two have been having a cracking battle. This is for P9 and P10. You'd think the way that they're racing is for P1 and P2. Slardis pushes him wide there, all within legal limits as well. Just nice, hard, fair racing between these two. There's going to be a drag race into La Source. Mad Trav just can't get past Slardis. This has been a great exhibition of driving between these two. Good example of league racing where there's mutual respect between the drivers. This is not unranked open lobbies online, that's for sure. He's going to have the DRS.
As now, Mad Trav gets almost alongside, and now he's easy prey. No slipstream, no DRS for Slardis. Both are very low on the ERS. Slardis is also very low on the fuel, as indicates his thing. And somebody went off. It's
Jack Jackson's gone around. That was at Puon. So that's opened up the door for Sandeezy to walk into P2. Mucho Chan has got himself onto the podium right now as we speak, but he's got those time penalties. So that's going to work against him. Exotic is coming to the picture here as well. So he's in P5. I'm not too sure what happened to Jack Jackson, if he lost it by himself or if Sandeezy was involved as well. Or maybe just those tyres are starting to get a little bit old. They're coming right to the very end of their lifespan, and they're 12-lap old mediums. So could possibly have just turned it around by himself going through Puon. We'll have to find out a little bit later. But this is Exotic, so it's currently Clearfus. He's 6 seconds up the road. Jack Jackson going to try and have a go at Mucho Chan, who's in P3, but he has those penalties, so Jack Jackson's still on for a podium right now with 4 laps remaining. But he's got some stiff competition coming from behind in Exotic and Vengeance as well. So we'll keep an eye on that, but it's out in front. It's 6.1 second gap between Clearfus. So the Greek is doing it quite easily right now as we look at Jack Jackson going up the outside along the Kemmel Straight. He's able to take back P3. Is he able to pull it up? He is. Yep, Slardis gets a 3-second time penalty as he loses a position to Hervina and Primetime Raz and Silderfort.
Oh, Slardis back end very sketchy. Up to Brussels, hard braking zone, difficult braking zone. Primetime Raz has there the tire advantage as well, going around the outside, brings him the inside for the X corner. Well done there from Primetime Raz. Good show of racing as they go side by side. Oh no, they make contact! Oh, Silverford holds it. He still holds it, he isn't out of it. Perfect example of why you don't go side by side through the contact model. If you're on the inside and you hit the wheel or the side pod of another car, you just lose it. You don't want to be the inside car in a situation like that. As now Mad Trav gets a look at Primetime Raz coming into the bus stop chicane.
It's going to go around the outside. It's a long way around. Oh,
they respect each other very well. Good racing here for both drivers, giving each other just enough room.
Is he going to go up the inside of the Source? Ooh, nice. I like that driving. It wasn't silly driving. He knew he's too far back.
Yeah, good racing here from the Red Bull and the Mercedes.
Yeah, so Mucho Chan and Jack Jackson just swap back positions again. So Mucho Chan's moved into P3, Jack Jackson in P4, but Mucho obviously has those time penalties against his name, so that will move Jack Jackson into P3. If he can make it home on those 14-lap old medium tyres, from here on in for the next 3 laps, he's going to feel it quite severely, I'd say. They're going to start to scream mercy very, very soon. I don't know how... yellow in Sector 1.
It's Baraka.
He might have had a run-in with Henry Rogers there, by the looks of things.
Yeah, maybe.
Or Baraka's got a missing wing end plate there, so Just good for the championship though with Sandisi.
Yeah.
He's going to finish. He's in P2 right now. The man on screen, he's in P1. He's doing it pretty easy. We'll get back to him shortly. Jack Jackson, he's chasing down Mucho. So Mucho Chan has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Exotic has 12 and Vengeance has 6. So he's looking pretty good right now, Jack Jackson. If he can get through to the end,
Yeah.
he will be...
Matraf, as well. He's not out of this yet. If he can get a good last 2 laps, he might be able to snatch a P4.
Yeah, with the penalties to the other drivers, most definitely. Yeah, so it's going to be the battle to watch between these two. So scanning down the rest of the field. The rest of the field's pretty spread out. It's a 8.6 second gap as Jack Jackson up the Kemmel Straight, goes up the outside of Mucho, gets that move done pretty easily as they go through Lacombe. Now makes his way down into Brussels, so that's all good. So he's moved outright P3. Diddleick and Putin hopping. Looks like they've had it coming together there. That was... this is just at the bottom of Eau Rouge. So not too sure what happened between those two. But,
Diddleick lost half a wing.
Yeah, and Silderfort picked up a 3-second time penalty. Alright, Hervina and Silderfort. These two are battling it out for the final points paying positions, 9 and 10th. So Slardis is 3.2 seconds behind these guys. They all have penalties as well. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. Silderfort 6 seconds, Hervina 3 seconds, and Slardis 6 seconds. So that will get sorted once they cross the line on lap 22. Currently we're lap 20. We'll mark that down as when Slardis received another time penalty. So another 3 seconds. Oh, I wonder how those...
It's going fast.
Sorry?
Then it's going fast. Picking up to 6 seconds in 1 lap.
We've got it's a 9.3 second gap between Cleophas and Sandisi. So Cleophas, he started P1. He is currently P1 still. I'm sure his fan club will be enjoying this one. We haven't had him on the screen very much. Unfortunately, that's what happens. Repercussions of being so good. When you're that good, that far out in front, we don't keep the camera on you. We want the action. But yeah, Jack Jackson. So bold strategy from those two. Yet to pull it off. 16 lap old mediums. Credit to them though. We'll see. We've got another lap and a half to go before this one's over and done with. As Silderfort weaving along the Kemmel Straight. So I'm not too sure what that was about. He's got 15 lap old hard tyres. They should be feeling pretty good right now. They're not, shouldn't be too bad. Maybe he's just trying to break the toe of Hervina behind him.
Exotic wrapping up also another 3 seconds. So this all plays into favor for Matraf. All these penalties, those guys will drop drop loads of positions. In this way, with Exotic on 15 seconds and Mucho and Vengeance both on 6. It's a lot of race time you lose in the end, and I'm afraid they haven't made up that much time to hold off at least 1 or 2 positions. I think maybe even Primetime Raz will jump Exotic. Well, he definitely will. And maybe even Silderfort and Hervina.
Silderfort is having a look at Primetime Raz.
6, that's too much.
Yeah. So we've begun the final lap. And it looks like Cleophas is making his way just into Lacombe. So
yeah,
we'll keep...
It's an amazing drive from the Greek. P1 in quali, P1 now in the race. I believe he has led every single lap of this race.
I don't think so.
No, he came into the pits.
Excuse me. Yeah.
But apart from that, he absolutely dominated today. After the virtual summer stop. Yeah, and he, I believe he's going to be a first-time race winner now in FRL, isn't he? Only his third or fourth race, as we have a yellow. A Slardis are putting the hop in. One of the McLarens is off at Lecombe. As well as a Haas. It's Vengeance and
Exotic's out. Exotic's out. So that looks like it was just near Pouon. So he's out. Yep. Mad Trav's now into P6. Just trying to get Clearfus says he comes across the line. So this is win number 2 for Clearfus. He took home one of the cake races, I think, in Austria. So congratulations to Clearfus. He got it on pole. He finished P1. Sandeezy's going to come home on 17-lap old medium tyres. He comes through the final turn. He's going to take P2. So well done to Sandeezy. Not far behind him is Jack Jackson being chased to the very end by Mucho Chan in P4. Well done to Jack Jackson. Mucho Chan's crossed P4 on track. Vengeance comes P5. Mad Trav's moved up into P5 now. Vengeance drops down into P6. Silverfort's going to cross the line as well in P7 on the track. Primetime Raz now moves into P7. Hervina, he is in P8 right now. Silverfort, he's all finished. So that is top 10. Silverfort, Chihi Edmund. Who we got? Diddlick, he makes up the place from Exotic. So well done to Clearfus. That is his second win. So I didn't have a chance to clarify that, but I think Austria. Remember crazy. Yeah. Oh, that was the one that I think that you raced in.
Yeah. I got crashed out in that incident.
Yeah. Where we lost.
All of a sudden there was a big pile up.
Turn 3,
and I couldn't avoid it, and I just ran straight into it.
You weren't the only one. So well done and congratulations to Clearfus. He's taken out victory for round 13 of the FRL. Diddlick has taken the fastest lap as well with a 1:42.9 on the last lap.
Will steal it from him.
Let's see him cross the
line now. He doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah. Alright, so, I don't know if I'm friends with Clearfus. I'll have to see if I can get him on the line. We'll just check. I'm not too sure. So, I know who we can get on the line, though. Sandeezy and Jack Jackson. Be interesting to speak to those guys. Here we go. Add players. Let me do this. Yeah. No. Yep.
Mucho Chan, Matra, Vengeance, Primetime Raz, Hervina, Silverford, and Chihi Edmund.
Yep.
Sir, first of all, congratulations with your podium P3. What are your thoughts on the race?
Well, it was a fun race. I thought I was really enjoying it until I spun, but you know, it was a good race.
You managed still to get a good result.
Jack Jackson started 3-6 P6. There we go.
Good points for you for the championship lead, of course, with Baraka not getting any points. Everybody will creep. Yeah, but it will get closer up to the front, and I think you did did good work today. Yeah, to get that 15 points.
Yeah, it should have been 18, but oh well.
You mistakes are there to be made. We have Italy next week. Do you have any thoughts on Monza?
On Monza, it should be a decent track for me. I've gone well there in past games, so yeah, I think it should be a good track for me.
All right. If you have anything left to say, then this is your moment. Otherwise, we'll thank you here and move on to our next podium runner.
Not much more to add. I'll just say, well done to the winners, and well done Tom, second place. He put some good pressure on me, forced me into a mistake. He timed the virtual safety car restart. He timed that virtual safety car restart really well, and I had to defend. And then I don't know if you were saving tyres. Were you saving tyres or energy? Because you dropped back a couple seconds, and then started to come back at me.
After that, I kind of lost my head. Yeah, I lost my head. I was getting a bit angry, so I just dropped back a couple seconds. I'm like, I'm just gonna save the tyres because I knew they were gonna be pretty cooked at the end.
Yeah.
I assume yours were pretty cooked because you were pushing pretty hard.
Yeah, I was pushing hard. Actually, they weren't too. Because on the lap I got back in the third place on lap 20, I did a 44.7, so the tyres still held on pretty well despite the percentage on them. But
I just wanted to. I didn't want to have puncture territory. That's why I was sort of just taking it easy for the last 10 laps.
But if you didn't want to have puncture territory, why did you go 17 laps on those mediums, man? That was ballsy by both of you. Sorry to interrupt and sort of hijack, but that was a ballsy decision by both of you to go on the medium tyres. Was that because you've been able to manage it, or like what were your tyres like at the end for both of you?
Mine were fine. Mine were at 74%, the worst one, but I was behind quite a few people, like 6 or 7 people I needed to overtake or wanted to overtake, and some of them were on the hards, and I said, well, I need the mediums to make the passes easier, and then I can get past them and manage the tyres. And I mean, it worked out at the end of the day, and got second after a difficult start and a pretty average qualifying, so happy days.
Where'd you qualify, Sandy? You qualified fourth,
but I wasn't happy.
Okay.
I should have been on pole, but that's how it goes, right?
Yep. My tyres were at like 54-55%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We were, because we had down sort of lifespan of the mediums around 12 to 14 laps around here, so we were
tire management then.
Yeah, excellent tire management. Cool.
Well, thank you, Jack Jackson. We'll hope to see you here next week again in Monza. We head on to our P2 as just our number one just entered the party. Sandeezy, you're becoming a regular here now. You have been here, I think, for almost every race since we've done this. So you know what we're gonna ask. You can tell your story, I think, better than we do.
So qualifying didn't really go to plan. I got sort of impeded. I got overtaken when I was starting my lap in the last corner. Someone just slipped past me, and then the first lap was basically in the bin at that point. And then the second lap I set the time, and then the third lap I just had a moment. So I didn't put a good lap in, and that allowed Cleophas to take pole position. So congratulations to him and to the race winner as well. He drove a great race and stayed out of trouble. But then at the race start, I chose the outside line, and I was going to try and challenge for P2, and someone touched me behind going into the corner, and then someone touched me mid-corner, and then someone touched me exit of the corner. And I was sideways basically, and I had a front wing damage. And I was like, I'll just try and manage it until the medium stint, and I got that safety car. I was like, well, that works perfectly for me. And I already said, but made the mediums last, and secured second, and there was no point trying to close to Cleophas at the end. I was just taking it easy once I had P2, and he drove a great race, so he deserves a win.
Nice.
Yeah, we saw that turn one incident. It looked like you didn't have any wing damage. We were quite surprised by that, but good to know that in the end you did have wing damage. Of course, that is why you dropped back to, I believe, P8 after the safety car, after your pit stop. You lost a couple positions during the pits. But then I think you drove a very, very good race back up to P2. Yeah, you've proven yourself to be a regular podium runner and a real contender for Baraka, especially when he doesn't get any points.
I flew back to Spain this week, and I flew back to Spain this week and undid his pedals, and so now he has no pedals again. So it's working out nicely. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, it's tough for Baraka, but now I'm only 6 points behind in the championship, so things are looking on the up and up.
No, it definitely. If you would have taken this race win today, you would have taken P1. So you can thank Cleophas for that. I want to thank you, Sandeezy, for elaborating that race. A great drive from you, and wish you good luck next week in Monza.
Thanks, man, and cheers for the interview.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See you
All right.
boys.
And
well, Cleophas,
yeah,
our race winner. Congratulations. Your second victory of this season. P1 in quali, P1 in the race. Absolutely dominant in every aspect. Congratulations. What do you have to say about the race? It must have been pretty boring for you for most of the race.
Yes, thanks guys. It's a great race. I think I expect Baraka to be fighting with Tenzei and Baraka, but unfortunately he's got the problem with the pedals, so it was a little bit boring.
Yeah, you were alone for quite some time. You really had to pace over the rest. Of course, you chose that hard compound of tire and not the mediums. Yeah. You didn't want to worry about tire management, I assume?
Yeah, I don't know how the other drivers come to the end with medium tires. It's very difficult. Yeah, at the start of the stint you got better pace, but at the end the tires are so difficult to hold them in the correct temperature in everything.
Yeah,
I think that Sunday cost the race because we're going to be very closer with the hard tires.
Yeah, I think you're right. You proved that you chose the right tire strategy, because you were absolutely flying on those hards. Incredible pace, lap after lap. You just did an amazing job to get this win today. I'm not sure where this will bring you in the championship standings, but I'm assuming you're getting up there now with all those good results for last week. Maybe
50 points, I think. 50 points, I think.
I'm just having a quick look now.
Yeah, now you got 50.
Now you'll have 50. Yeah, so you will move up into about P12. Yeah.
All right, then I haven't said anything. Yeah, for 4 races you've done a great job. I'll hope to see you back here more often. Next week Monza, could we expect you here, or is this not one of your favorite tracks?
It's a very good track for me, Monza. Of course, if you are a Ferrari fan and you didn't like Monza, you're not Ferrari fan.
No, that is true. I assume you're a Ferrari fan.
Yeah, I'm a big tifosi.
Okay.
All my room is red with a Ferrari flag in the middle.
Oh, cool.
That is beautiful to hear. Good passion for the racing. I believe when you win the championship, you can pick the car. So hopefully you can drive Ferrari Red next year on F1 2021.
We've got time for that. It's many races, it's many good, many very bad tracks like Sochi.
Yeah.
So we've got work to do.
Yeah, good. That is the right attitude. Nick, do you have anything for our race winner?
No, I think it was just a really solid race from you. You qualified P1 and you did that pretty easily, and then you led start to finish bar after your pit stops. You've got to be doing in the chat. We had Mitsoldo. Who else do we have? Sturgio. There's a few guys that we're all cheering you on in the chat. So it sounds like you've got some fans out there. So you were able to put on a good race for them today. So congratulations. And yeah, I agree. You've only in this league. Where are you? You have raced 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've won 50% of the races you've raced in. So you're doing pretty good at the moment. So congratulations and well done. And most importantly, thank you for jumping on the chat as well. It's awesome to hear from you. And I don't know if English is your second language, but you sound pretty good to me. So really appreciate it. Thanks for jumping on.
Didn't expect that. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Cleophas, thank you, and good luck next week in Monza.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers. You. All right.
Well, that rounds off Spa.
Yeah. I think it was a good race. It's good to see a higher attrition rate this week with more people finishing. So Monza, turn 1 at Monza. We'll see what we're saying in 7 days' time. But I thought it was a good race tonight. It was good to see Cleophas have a strong drive there. I didn't know that Baraka's pedals were playing up again.
I wasn't aware of that either.
Yeah, so
you guys need to give us that info. You can how can all these drivers know and we don't?
It's all in the chat. I'm reading through the chat now, but we're not reading through the chat when we're commentating. So, but I think overall another good race, another good quality driving. We saw some really good wheel-to-wheel battles there as well with a few drivers, especially Mad Trav and Slardis. They were really going at it. But I thought this week's race was a big improvement on last week and a little bit more forgiving circuit. There's a bit more runoff at Spa as well, and we'll see how we go at Monza next week. So if you don't have anything else, if you don't have anything left to say, Viet, we can wrap it up.
I think we said everything we needed to say. Heading to another classic circuit next week, Monza. We can expect chaos there. Of course, Temple of Speed, so high speeds, high risk, high rewards. So can't wait till next week.
Awesome, me neither. All right, cool. Let's wrap it up. So everyone, thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate it. My name is Nick. You've been listening to myself as well as Viet, all the way from Holland. I hope you enjoyed the race. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, whatever's left, and we will see you next week, same time, same place on the CCR network. We'll be in Monza. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
See you. Bye-bye.